The only upside is that the New England Patriots now have the single worst loss in NFL history. And I'm not going to lie to you, I slept pretty well last night, considering the fact that the Patriots were going to be the laughing stock of the NFL, which they are and will be for a very, very long time. That being said, the New York Jets blew another opportunity to take a step towards the postseason, while last night the Giants did exactly that. Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, kid?
Not good.
Not good. I'm not good. The Patriots are the laughing stock of the NFL.
Damn do.
Listen, I know I'm not winning a Super Bowl this year, so I get great solace out of that.
I have no solace out of that.
This head coach, a solace-free guy.
This head coach and the display he put on in the last 2 minutes of this game was one of the worst coaching displays we've seen in this town in a long time, and that includes Joe Judge.
Yeah.
His usage of timeouts in the final 2 minutes. This defense, which is supposed to be the strength of this team, choked. Can we call it like it is?
Yeah.
They choked down the stretch. 4th and inches, I'm not even asking them to make a stop there. I'm asking them, Craig, to not let the Lions get in the end zone, which they had done a great job of doing all day.
Yeah.
They choked in the biggest spot in the game. And don't get me started about the quarterback. He sucks. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear.
I haven't even gotten started yet.
Well, get started then. How bad is he? How many open freaking receivers did he miss yesterday?
You know, it's funny to me.
Want to count them?
Oh, it's funny to me, all the knocking on Zach Wilson.
Dude, he stinks. That's why.
Well, obviously.
He stinks.
Listen, Zach Wilson's not the reason they lost the game.
Craig, what's the first thing I brought up? Because I knew you were going to do this.
You brought up the defense.
I know I brought up the coach.
And the coach,
What's the second thing I brought?
You went coach 1, defense 2.
So I didn't even open with Zach.
I appreciate that because it's ridiculous.
I want you to look into my eyes when I say this. Because I don't want to hear from anybody peddling this crap today.
Yeah, what's the
Zach
crap?
Wilson stinks.
Zach Wilson was not great yesterday.
He stinks.
Zach Wilson led the New York Jets on a drive to give them the lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense then gave that lead up. Zach Wilson then led a drive.
Hold on.
Feel free.
Hold on. Here's my problem with
Feel
that.
free.
And this is kind of the thing about Zach. He does some good things to distract you. It's like eye candy.
Yeah.
He does a couple
Typically, it's rolling to his right.
Right. There's a couple of backyard football plays that makes people like Craig say, but he can do that.
I mean, isn't that why they drafted him on a backyard football play?
I also need him to make the basic play.
Yes.
And not to miss open receivers, which he did on that final drive.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Zach didn't throw a pick on that last drive.
Right.
And Zach at least set it up for Zerline to have a shot. And Saleh screwed up the clock management, no question. Yeah. But he makes so many stupid plays. And that's my problem with him. He's got great talent. He's got great skill, but he's got a 2-cent brain.
He's a knucklehead right now. I agree.
When it comes to football, because I don't want to make it a personal attack.
He's a knucklehead on the football field. I agree.
When it comes to football, he's an idiot.
But here's the deal. It's, if he's the third biggest reason that they lost the game, then let's pay enough. Let's at least spend as much time on the other 2 reasons that they lost the game. It's not all Zach.
Fine.
And if I don't want to hear anybody calling today and tell me, if Mike White was playing yesterday,
they would have won.
The Jets would have won the game.
They would have won the game.
It's like you guys forget that Mike White was 1 for 6 in the red zone against Minnesota. You guys forget that Mike White missed open guys against Buffalo like it never happened.
No, see, here's the problem.
You guys just hate Zach Wilson.
I wasn't going to bring up Mike F. and White. You did. So you started, I'll finish it. The Detroit Lion defense is a little bit...
What are you so upset about?
What am I upset about?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant scoring 20 points in 3 minutes was not enough to calm me down.
How about...
Belichick's Patriots choking like dogs was not enough to calm me down. That was one of the worst pathetic Jet losses in a decade. You want me to be calm?
It was not one of the worst, most pathetic Jet losses. We've had a lot of bad...
Name one that was worse.
Pathetic. How about the 2 games to New England this year?
This one was worse.
This was not worse than the second New England game.
Believe it or not, this one was worse. Come on now. You want to know why?
Because we could have won, we should have won.
No, I'll tell you why.
How about our defense making a stop when they need to?
Exactly, that was my point. This defense is supposed to be special.
Yeah,
and while they played really well for 58 minutes, number one, they never forced a turnover.
I disagree with that assessment.
What?
Not that I don't want to nickel dime you on it, but the Jets defense has done this all year, where the one time they need the stop, and they may have had tremendous stops prior to and tremendous stops afterwards, it seems like 3 out of the last 4 or 5 weeks, the one time
I agree.
we need the big stop, we don't get it.
No, I completely agree. I'm
And
just
by the
saying.
way, the tight end that scored in that 50-yard 4th and inches, I never heard of the guy.
Right.
No disrespect. I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
He had a drop
and has
early.
a beautiful family.
He had a drop early in the game. I love the guy at first.
Yeah. Listen, Robert Saleh takes more of the blame for me in this loss than Zach Wilson does.
No. Listen.
Because Zach Wilson drove him down again.
Craig,
That's what he does.
If your defense of Zach Wilson is going to be Robert Saleh is an idiot when it comes to the clock.
Not a good coach.
And the defense choked in the biggest moment of the game.
Yeah.
Fine. You're right about both.
All right, so we're on the same page.
Not
Good.
really, because it doesn't exonerate how horrible Zach Wilson is.
But
if you want to deflect, rightfully so, and blame the clock management, we can go through this. This is mind-numbingly dumb. It was so bad how when you have a $1:49 left and 3 timeouts, Craig, you can't lose the game because time runs out.
You probably should have enough time to get a better shot at a field goal.
And he had a timeout in his pocket.
Yeah, but importantly, hold on, that's not fair.
What?
He brought that timeout home. And he has a lot of kids, and they all have to share that timeout for the holidays. Could you imagine being one of 6 kids, and your daddy says, now look, when you get up to go check out what's under the Christmas tree, I only have 1 timeout. You guys have to split it. Mm-hmm. That's not fair.
No. So he's being family friendly.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach.
Unless you bring the timeout home to your wife and the kids don't even get the timeout.
So at this point, Craig,
it's
why
like the naughty nighty from pajamagram.com.
Then why didn't Coach save 2 timeouts? He could have had 2 timeouts.
By the way, I'm sure if I went back and checked, he's probably got a whole bunch of them in a closet.
They were a second off from having the game end with 2 timeouts left after that 4th and 19 conversion.
Yeah, and by the way, the notion, I heard him this morning, he spoke to the media, I guess, that he didn't sleep at all last night.
Yeah, he said that.
And he went back and looked at it. His excuse was unacceptable, but that in retrospect, not in the moment, after watching the video and sleeping on it, his new answer for why he didn't call a timeout on the Garrett Wilson catch, which was kind of borderline first down or not, probably got a good spot on it because they gave him the first down.
It doesn't matter.
Was that he didn't want it reviewed.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like that I'm sorry. I appreciate that Saleh admitted he effed up. I really do appreciate that. But you're thinking of, well, if it's 3rd and 1, that's a problem. Dude, you need 1 yard, but you also need about 15 or 20 yards to get in field goal territory, and there's 48 seconds left in the game. Your worry can't be if that's a first down or not. That excuse was stupid.
I agree.
That's my problem, Craig. The key word of the day was stupid.
Yeah.
The quarterback plays stupid. The defense called on that 4th and inches play was stupid. The offsides last week was stupid. And the coach managed the clock as if he was stupid.
There you go.
So that's why I don't care.
Maybe that'll be the title of the 2022 Jet DVD. Stupid football.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's what it is.
One step closer.
Yeah.
In a world where the New York Jets are one step closer, they play stupid football.
Why are you so calm?
Huh?
I don't like why are you so calm?
I tell you why I'm so calm today.
Yeah, why?
Because I know what I have, what I don't have. I don't have a Super Bowl team. I don't have a Super Bowl defense, although they keep selling me on the notion that I do. I've got the New England Patriots embarrassing themselves yesterday in a play that will live on in infamy. I've heard it in 7 different languages, and I love it.
Yeah.
I've got the New York Giants guaranteed a playoff spot,
Great
essentially.
win for the Giants. Happy for them.
Yeah, I found out that the New York Mets trying to get Carlos Correa when nobody was paying attention.
Yep.
The New York Yankees got a Rodon, whatever the hell his name is.
Rodon.
I'm in a good place. I had a mental health day. I'm in a good place.
Knicks have won 7 in a row.
Knicks are the hottest team in the NBA. I'm in a good place.
I'm glad all of that can make you feel better about that debacle. And what makes me feel worse.
Like, at the end of the day, what did we really think the Jets were?
At
the end of the day.
Well, hold on. No,
they should have beaten Minnesota.
No.
They could have beaten Buffalo. They should have beaten New England. And they didn't.
They should be a playoff team.
I agree.
That's and they lost to a team whose defense has been atrocious all year, and yet you want to celebrate Zach Wilson putting up 17 points on them.
I'm not celebrating it. I'm not going to sit here, and I listened to a lot today, and you didn't do it, so not on you. I was expecting you to, so nice job. Very clever today. I couldn't wait for it's Zach's fault, bring me Mike White. Come on, guys.
Look.
What are we talking about? Mike
Zach
White.
Wilson.
You guys are crazy with your Mike White.
Let's meet in the middle here. Let's all agree on something easy.
Are you sick?
No.
Oh, you sound
I
nasal.
am sick. I'm sick of being a Jet fan.
Yeah, but you sound
Right?
nasal.
Yeah, because I was screaming at the TV for 4 hours yesterday.
Can I have that Jet hard hat, please? Because I feel like I'm going to need it to deal
You
with
are
you
going to
today.
need it because you're pissing me
Yeah,
off.
can I have that?
Take it. Nice catch.
Good throw, Evan.
Thank
Nice
you.
job on that.
Look, let's agree on something simple, all
Yeah.
right? Let's find this common ground. Zach Wilson is not the future quarterback of this team. Zach Wilson has a 2-cent football brain, and Zach Wilson stinks. Do you agree with those three things?
No, I don't agree with any of those things.
Oh, my God. Oh, my
Frankly,
God.
now that I've
Did
got
you
my
watch
Jet
the
hard
game
hat on,
yesterday?
I can take all the shrapnel
Like,
coming my way.
Did you watch him?
I didn't miss a play of yesterday's game. Zach Wilson's not why they lost.
How many? First of all, I never said that.
Okay.
I'm merely trying
so
to.
then why wouldn't I accept the reality that Zach Wilson... By the way, they're dying for Zach Wilson to step up and be their quarterback.
I know they are.
You even heard it again today when Robert Saleh said he was asked, obviously, who's going to start on Thursday, and it's unlikely that Mike starts because of the multiple rib fractures. He didn't say, I got to check with the doctors. You heard what he said? We just had it in the update right there.
No, I heard it.
He said, I got to check with my offensive personnel.
Yeah, there's a
Meaning they're
possibility.
making a decision on merit.
There's a possibility they would decide willingly to start Zach Wilson, and that may be stupider than his usage of the timeouts in the final 2 minutes. And I don't know.
Stupider.
Yeah, no, it's stupider. It
Yeah.
could be because he's
I'm sure that's a
Craig,
word,
Craig,
actually.
it is stupider.
It is?
Stupidest, stupid-y,
Yeah,
stupid-ah.
The New York Jets are the stupidest team in football.
Well, right now they are. If
right.
they willingly,
I'm good with that.
Craig, if they willingly,
I think New England is because could you imagine?
That
just
was
for a
one play,
second,
though, Craig.
I know, but could you imagine if the New York Jets or the New York Giants lost a game in the manner that the New England Patriots lost
Yeah, it'd be
to
terrible.
the Raiders yesterday?
Yeah, it'd be awful.
We would never let it drop.
Yeah, but the Jets lost.
It'd be like the butt fumble, the Rex Ryan foot fetish. It'd be like talking about Rich Eisen. It'd be like all those things that we do on the show on a regular basis. I just added the Rich Eisen
I'm
thing.
confused by that.
I just did it because NFL Network's here, so I figured I'd throw them a bone.
But the New England Patriots lost essentially because of one dumb play. The
Yeah.
Jets lost because of multiple dumb plays.
Yes, and decisions.
And if
Yes.
you could walk away from watching yesterday's game actually thinking Zach Wilson gives you a better chance to win, then either you've
Then
got
whom?
Then Mike White.
Oh,
then either you have an agenda or you're not watching. Because he missed so many open
so did
receivers
Mike
in this
White
game.
when he played.
No, not as many as Zach. He's got no feel for this game. He's got no touch. I was going to call him a bad name.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
not going
call
to.
him bad names, Evan. He's a person.
This
He's a human
brilliant
being.
young man is
You don't
throwing.
have to go overboard either.
He's throwing 98-mile-per-hour fastballs at Braxton Berrios. Zach, do you have any touch or feel for this
He
game?
does not. I'll give you that.
Zero.
He does not.
Bro, he's got no
And
feel
Braxton
for this
Berrios
game.
has bad hands, too.
I get that.
To be fair.
But he's not good. So I'm not falling into your trap in blaming him for the loss. I blame this defense, which has still not forced a turnover in about 6 years and failed in the biggest moment of the game. I'm blaming this coach. I'm blaming Braden Mann, who's awful,
Yeah, he's
because
terrible.
that punt return for a touchdown is on him.
Yep.
But let's at least meet
And by the way,
in the
would
middle.
it kill man to actually drop a ball like inside the 10 towards the corner? Or does every punt have to go into the end zone?
He
pretty
should be
much?
cut today.
I haven't heard. Well, listen.
No, he should be cut today.
It's Christmas.
I
Evan.
don't give a rat's ass what
We're
holiday it
not
is.
cutting guys right before Christmas.
Let me tell
I've
you.
had it happen. It's not fun.
If I wasn't doing
Honey,
my
guess
job,
what?
Spike should fire me before Christmas.
Well, here
if
it
I'm
comes- here it
failing
comes
at
right
my
now.
job, then fire me. Braden Mann is a terrible punter who helped contribute to them losing yesterday.
I agree, but they're not going to fire him the week of Christmas.
So let's meet in common ground.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson's terrible. Go ahead.
Now, if you want to
Feed
fire
after
a
me.
guy after Christmas, it's so that it's New Year's, and then that's a problem. You really shouldn't fire anybody till mid-January.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, you let a guy finish out the year. He's got a family. You got to put turkey and ham on the table. Can't fire a guy Christmas week.
this company's fired plenty of people before Christmas.
I've been fired.
yeah,
actually.
so you know what it's like.
I was actually told when I was at WNEW, they demanded that I go to the Christmas party. I've told you this.
Yes.
And then the Monday after, they hired me.
See, at least you can laugh about it now.
Yeah, because
Braden made a laugh
I'm
about
the
this.
guy that's still working.
Braden made a laugh about this 30 years from now. Remember that time
I'm not
I
sure
was
about that.
cut after that brutal
I'm not sure,
Lion
but
game?
no joke. I only laugh about it because the only guy from that radio station still working is me. Well, and Al Dukes.
So you got the last laugh.
Yeah, so I got the last laugh. But in the moment, that's a tough one. Because your wife says to you, didn't we just go to the holiday party
Yeah, they got rid of you.
like 48 hours ago? Yes, we did.
Are the Jets going to have a holiday party or no?
I'm sure they will. because there's hundreds of employees over there that deserve a good holiday party, and the owner's a billionaire.
And we as fans have no joy for our holidays.
See, listen,
because the Jets have sucked it out of us.
I mean, they're 500, Evan, right? They're 7-17.
They've lost 3 in a row. They've lost 4 out of 5, and they've given games away.
Yes, they should have beat New England both times. Even if you say they should have split, to be fair, okay?
Yep.
They should have beaten Minnesota. They had every shot to beat Buffalo. Yeah, they're not a good closer.
And
right
Zach
now.
Wilson's a terrible quarterback. Just say it, dude. Stop beating around the bush.
Can't say that yet.
Did you watch yesterday's game?
I watched every play.
How do you think he played? And don't give me his stats because I don't care.
Average.
You think he was average?
I thought he was average.
I think he was bad.
I don't even look at his stats. The stats are irrelevant.
Okay, good.
He was average.
He was bad.
He made big plays when he needed to.
Dude, he can't make the simple pass.
I know.
What's changed, dude?
How about
what the hell has changed with him? And he got so lucky on that Michael Carter play. Remember that play?
Yes.
Where he just like flails it up in the air, this dying
I mean, you're
quail?
not allowed to get lucky from time to time.
When Tua gets lucky, you bring it up. When Zach gets lucky, you talk about how beautiful it was.
No, the Michael Carter grab saved his ass.
Yeah.
I agree.
And what about the interception?
Okay, so it happens. The interception was embarrassing. That was a bad job.
How about missing wide open Garrett Wilson numerous times?
Are we talking about Mike White?
How about missing? No, I'm talking about Zach Wilson.
Oh.
Because if I counted the amount of misses Mike White had in the 2 previous games,
it's a lot.
It would not add up to the amount of misses Zach had yesterday. And the problem is Zach doesn't even make up for it. He'll make a couple of backyard plays.
He absolutely made up for it.
Because of the 4th and 18?
No,
great.
Because
Give
he
him
drove
flowers.
them down the field and gave them the lead late with a touchdown pass.
Should have been more.
Right? And he drove them down to the field goal to tie the game. Like in the big spots yesterday, Zach Wilson wasn't the problem.
He missed open receivers even on that last drive.
I mean, every Jet quarterback does.
Not as often as he does.
I don't know about that.
I can't believe I'm arguing with you or anyone about this. He's not good. Sorry, he's not.
Well, then we don't have a quarterback on our team.
We don't.
Okay.
If you
I can accept that.
Craig, if you don't want to anoint Mike White,
I can't
if you
anoint
don't
him. He's
believe
not
in
very
Mike White.
good.
No, he is. We just haven't seen enough of him. I've seen enough of Zach.
Maybe we've seen enough.
And it's how much? What have we seen of
Maybe
Mike White?
6 games of Mike White is too much.
Really?
I don't know.
Because I heard this coach try to sell to me yesterday or today, we're in an instant coffee era, and we got to give Zach Wilson more time.
We're in an
Enough.
instant coffee. No, we're not.
That's what he said.
It's like the 1950s.
I know.
Instant coffee.
Instant
What are you
coffee.
talking about? We live in a Keurig era.
I saw no
We don't live in an
progress.
instant coffee era,
I saw
you dummy.
no progress from Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
but
well,
with
a guy
Zach,
hasn't played
But with
in
Zach,
a month.
What are you talking about? He missed a
Zach
handful of
Wilson missed 3 games.
Yeah, and then he came back and it's the same crap.
He hasn't played in a month. You got to get the rust off.
Oh, stop
Like
it.
if you didn't do a talk show for a month, you think it'd be this good the first day back?
I don't want to hear it.
Probably not.
You know what? I'm dealing with a Zach
Right?
Wilson sycophant. If that's really where we're at, I'm dealing with a Wilson
I'm
sycophant.
not a sycophant. I'm just not sold that Mike White's the answer.
I'm not talking about Mike
Well,
White.
you have to talk about
keep
Mike
bringing-
White.
Mike White gives them a better chance to win.
I don't know about that.
Of course he does.
1 for 6 in the red zone against Minnesota. How's
You
that give
can
him a chance
cite
to win?
whatever number you want.
Elijah
If you-
Moore wide open to win the game against
if-
Minnesota. What
if
happened?
You watch,
He missed them.
If you watch these games
Yeah.
and you're being honest,
Yeah.
Zach makes the easy look impossible.
Yes, that I agree with.
That's a problem.
Yes. Well,
And unfortunately,
but
whether
he
I...
makes the impossible look easy.
It doesn't make up for it,
How
though.
about that?
It doesn't make up for it. The impossible being easy happening 4 or 5 times is not enough to make up for the simple play he can't make.
Meanwhile, shouldn't we be in a good mood today? The New York Giants won. They're essentially a playoff team. There's more Giant fans and Jet fans in this town. And we sit here, we come in, you're angry. I just gave you olive oil and vinegar.
Thank you.
And you're still miserable. I should take it back.
I bought you lunch.
You did buy me a burrito. We do have an issue with the cookies you sent to my house, though.
Why?
I don't want to be a bad guy about it.
You didn't like the
but
cookies we sent you?
The selection of cookies was, frankly, beneath you.
You know what? I'm done sending you anything then.
No,
if you're
I'm
going to
just saying.
nitpick the cookies
I
I
even
sent
took
you?
a picture so I know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know, and I apologize because your wife's a beautiful woman, and you know I love her dearly. But let me just ask you a question.
Go ahead.
All right. Who in their right mind would ever want to eat a ginger molasses cookie? Who gets that?
Me?
for a
That
person?
sounds great.
Who in their right mind wants a... Hold on a second.
So far, I'm 1 for 1.
An oatmeal raisin cookie.
I'm
Come
not
on.
a big
Like, what are we
raisin
doing?
guy, but the oatmeal
Yeah.
raisin is very popular.
All right, who gets someone that they care about a lemon poppy seed coffee cake?
Oh, that's a good one.
Come on, what are we doing?
That's a good one.
It's so simple. Chocolate chip cookies.
What about your rest of your family?
It's the hell with my family. All right. I'm the king of the castle. All right.
So what do you want? Just chocolate chip?
Just get me. It's so
That's
simple. Chocolate chip cookies. You want to throw a raspberry coconut blondie in there? Go ahead. Poppy seed.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's my favorite.
And
actually.
I apologize for bringing it up because I know your wife's going to be offended. And I don't mean to offend her because I love her.
She's not going to be offended. She's just going to think you're a douche. That's all.
I got a single bacon cheddar scone. Like,
What? You don't like that?
what do I do with that?
Eat it. What do you do with that?
I'm sorry.
Sounds amazing.
That being said, thank you.
No problem. No problem. You are right, though. The Giant fan should be ecstatic.
The Giant fan should be pumped up. You're going to the playoffs.
First of all, Kayvon Thibodeau became a man.
Yeah, he
on
had
Sunday
his
night.
coming out party, and he said he was going to, and he did. And
Dude,
you got to love a guy backing up the smack talk,
The
right?
strip sack recovery for a touchdown
It's like you just gave me a half-filled water. Well, whose is it? You sure this is mine? Hold on a second. Like, if a guy brings you a bottle of water, shouldn't it be a new bottle? And I don't want to be the bad guy here
You
today.
seem like a bad
Taking
guy
a shot
today.
at your holiday gift, but you brought me a used bottle of water.
Not a used
What are you
bottle.
talking about?
Your bottle. You got to finish the rest
How
of
do you
it.
know Big Mac didn't have a bottle of water eating a burrito on my desk?
Right on your desk.
He
He's
had his
smart.
feet up on my desk on Friday. Maybe he left a bottle of water there.
Did you leave the bottle of water there, Chris?
I don't believe so.
You
I
don't
don't
believe
believe
so?
so.
Come
We're
on,
I
not
don't
sure.
believe so.
Supposed to say no.
Positive.
This is why
No, you're in a good
I
spot.
need another day off.
You're in a good spot, Craig. Big Mac was at your desk.
I saw the picture.
With his feet up,
Yeah, comfy.
relaxing. So it's very possible
Yeah.
he left a drink there.
It is
Got
possible.
very comfortable when I wasn't around.
Yep.
As everybody else here did. As if I'm not monitoring what's being said and who's saying it.
I was very supportive of you.
Yeah, I took the liberty, which I'll get to later today, because football is the focus, obviously. The Jet lost, the Giant win. I took the liberty today of taking stock of the total number of vacation days taken by every single person at this radio station.
Oh, we win that one.
Oh, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to
isn't
get
it?
ugly around here.
When I reveal who leads the team.
Oh, it's obvious.
In vacation days taken.
It's obvious.
Ooh.
I think there's a clear person that would have garnered up the most vacation days in a year.
All right, by the
And
way, and it's not close.
I was just about to say. I was just about to add, and I don't think it's close.
I would tell you that the guy, without saying any names yet, because I'll get to it later, that leads WFAN in vacation days taken is a former NFL MVP. But I'm not going to name any names. And it's not even close.
And what's interesting about this gentleman is he always likes to whine and complain about basketball players taking too much time off.
That's right.
Yet he makes the maintenance day in the NBA look like nothing.
And by the way, it doesn't include when he goes to film that dopey, the best commercials of the Super Bowl. Yeah, it doesn't include those days.
that one. Huh?
That's
those
not good.
do not count as vacation days. And I checked and double checked. Yeah, those are just paid days off because it's, part of his responsibilities for CBS. So in any event, later today, I will go through the list that I compiled of all days taken off.
So you used your maintenance day to basically study the off-day
And by
habits?
the way, I'm not sure if maintenance day is the right.
Oh, no, I think that was-
is that the right way to
That's-
describe me taking Friday off when we're not being rated?
Yes.
Coming off the single biggest win in WFAN afternoon history.
In fact, I'll give you,
ratings-wise.
first of all, as the biggest supporter of maintenance days at this radio station, I'm saying it in a positive light. It's kind of like a Saturday game against the Pacers. You're like, you know what? Maintenance day.
More like the Pistons, even though you struggle against them. Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you on that.
I'm very supportive of maintenance days. I think they're very, very important, just like I was in support of you having a maintenance day.
I think it's more like a bonus day for destroying the competition and the ratings at a level that nobody likes to talk about because it makes people uncomfortable to actually write it. Because nobody saw it coming. They'll never win, okay? They'll never win by a lot. Oh, hold on. Cross it out. They'll never win by a margin of 3x. No, can't write that story. So it's more like an earned day off.
It's more like 4X.
Yeah,
but okay.
is it 4? All right, listen, Jets, Giants out of the gate. Coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. I'll say on the good side, it was good, last night to see Saquon looking like the first 5 weeks Saquon. He looked like he had his little giddy up in his step again, and obviously was the best player on the field. Danny Jones did a good enough job to get the win, and Kayvon Thibodeau was the man amongst boys yesterday.
He was. The Giant defense came up big. That's really what it comes down to. Now, was there a pass interference on the final play of the game? Probably. Probably so, but in the past, we've seen those calls not go your way. And we bitch about it on the radio for a few days, but then nothing changes. So whether it was a pass interference or not, here's what I'd say. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It wasn't called. The Giants made the plays when they needed to. They beat Washington, and they are set up in a spot where not only do they have a really good chance to make the playoffs, they got a chance to catch Dallas and possibly be matched up against the lousy Buccaneers in the first round of the playoffs.
Only one guy at WFAN took more than 30 days off this year. His
Only
name
one.
starts with a B.
Yep.
Only one. There's only
Who cares?
one person at this radio station on air that took more than 30 days off this year, and nobody else is even close.
30 is a lot because there's
Which might
5 days.
explain why he has to work every day the rest of the year because he has no vacation days left.
So there's 5 days in a work week, so
But
that's like 6 weeks off.
I'm sure that'll be spun like he cares enough because it's football going to the playoffs. It's because you have no days left because you used them all, and then a couple extras that the company didn't charge him for. But again, I'm just pointing out facts, Evan. I don't like to get caught up in gossip. It's not my game.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
La. All right, we'll get all your calls. Jet fans, Giants last night. One team's going to the postseason. One team probably isn't.